Hi everyone, I was debating on whether to post this video or even to talk about it on here, but I asked my husband if I should or not, and he told me to go ahead. It could be a thing that people would like to know about or to hear about. Um, Last weekend we had a lot to do on both days, Saturday and Sunday. Um, I was a little, my anxiety was a little off on Saturday because we had to go to my husband's family's house for a party. So, and I can't get in the bathroom over there. And so it was a little bit off on Saturday because of that. Um, but it turned out okay. Um, Sunday we went to, oh, on Saturday apparently my husband had talked to his dad, and his dad told him to come on over on Sunday. So we get up late because my husband don't get home most of the time till 3 o'clock in the morning. So we get up, we get ready, and we go out, to different places we have to go to. And it wasn't really time to go to his parents' house yet, so we decided to go to where we get our go. We decided to go to where we get our vet stuff at, like where we take our animals to the vet and whatever to get some flea medicine. Well, everything was halfway decent when we left the house. I was feeling alright, but still a little jittery from the day before, when I couldn't be where I needed to be, when I needed to be there. As far as, the bathroom or whatever, so I was a little bit jittery because of the day before, but as time went on, as we left, that kind of went away. Well, I'm sitting there and me and my husband is talking, about just random stuff. And we end up pulling into the vet's office parking lot, and he asks if I want to come in. Sometimes I do, like if it's really, really hot outside or if it's really, really cold outside, I'll go in, just so I'm not in the car. But on this day, I said, no, I'll just wait outside. I thought I had my book with me, so I was going to read a little bit, but my book wasn't in my purse. So I decided to wait for him outside. Anyways, I'm sitting there, and the more I sit there, the more anxiety and panic I begin to have. Um, at this point, I'm not really sure why the panic attack started. I'm really not sure how the anxiety got so built up. when it was fine just a few minutes before, when we left the house. I didn't know what was going on. Um, so my husband was still in the vet's office and whatever, and I wait a few minutes. I'm trying to calm myself down. I don't have medicine for my anxiety. I only have medicine for like depression and stuff. So I couldn't take any medicine. I don't have medicine for panic attacks, whatever. So I just have to try to calm myself down. And so I'm sitting there and I hear a police car, a siren, gonna come down the road. And usually most people don't know the difference between the sirens or anything until they see, actually what it is. But for some reason, I've had this thing since I was little where I know pretty much if it's a police siren, ambulance, what it is that way before I even see it or whatever. So I knew it was a policeman going, down the road. And of course, I had to watch it because my husband wasn't out there at the time. But here, you kind of get those everywhere you are. I used to get a lot of ambulances where I used to live because we only lived not too far from the hospital, and that was in Indiana. So maybe that's how I got used to what the different sounds were. But anyways, so I'm like, okay, maybe, the cop had to stop somebody. They do that pretty much every day over here. So I'm not really, my anxiety is kind of weird as it is. And I'm having a panic attack at this point. Well, my husband comes out of the vet's office and, sees me trying to catch my breath. And he says, "What's wrong? You weren't like this before I went in there. What's wrong? Do we need to go to the ER?" And I tell him, I said, no, don't worry about it. I'm having an anxiety or panic attack. I don't know which, but, whatever. I said, let's just go shopping over here, which was only down the road from where we were to begin with. And so he like puts his arm around me to try to calm me down, and nothing's working at this time. And so I said, this isn't working. Let's just turn the car on and go, shopping. Sometimes when I'm like that, like window shopping or going into a thrift store or something like that, kind of helps me get my mind off things. Well, he went to turn on the car when I told him to go on to the thrift store we were going to. And there's 3 more cops or police cars and something else that that my husband didn't know what it was, but it had, you know, it had police sirens and lights on it, but it wasn't really a police car. So he asked me, he knows I'm kind of into reading books about, things like this, and he knows that I watch all the like cop shows and the jail shows and all this. So he asked me, he goes, what is this? And at first, I didn't want to alarm him, so I told him, I said, I don't know what it is, let's just go shopping. Well, um, he's like, no, I want to know what this is, I want to know. He wouldn't stop bugging me about it. So I said, I'm not quite sure, where it's stopping at. The sirens at this point had stopped quite close to where we were, but we couldn't see, where they had stopped, and we didn't really know exactly where they were or where they were going or anything. So my husband goes, maybe it's just yeah, what is it called? A chemical spill, maybe some truck, spilled something out of the back of their truck, whatever. I said, no, that's not it. I said, I don't think that's it, but I didn't want to tell him what I thought it was. Um, he bugs me about it and bugs me about it. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? And so I'm sitting there, still, I still have the panic attack, the anxiety attack, whatever it was still going on. And he was bugging me about this stuff. So I was able to calm down enough to tell him, I said, what I think it is, I don't think it is a chemical spill. What it is somebody close to here is that thing that you saw is a hostage negotiation team truck thing. And, somebody around here somewhere has, has somebody hostage, and they want to try to save her before they do anything to him. So he's like, okay, and he doesn't really think that I know what I'm talking about. I don't know, he's one of those guys that unless a guy says things, he doesn't trust what women say. And I'm pretty sure that's just because of how he was raised. So we go into this thrift store, and I'm not going to say the name of it. We're walking around, we're, doing this. We had to stop because, some people had asked the cashier to open one of the, I forget what you call it. Oh, open one of the glass container things to get things out of it. But anyways, so I'm still sitting there something's going on, I don't know what it is, but something's going on. So the cashier, we had to stop and figure out, how to get through. Well, we couldn't get through, so we just waited for these people to move. And the cashier thought we wanted to go into the showcase like they did. And she says, you know, can you tell me what you want so that I can put the lock back on the showcase? And the we just tell her, we needed to get through. I'm in a wheelchair. We couldn't get through, so we just waited for those people that you helped, whatever. And we went on shopping. And this guy, is at this point standing beside us, and he's talking to somebody, another cashier. And he says, yeah, I was made to come in here. The cashier says, why? He goes, well, there's cops on my street, and they're telling us to, either evacuate our houses or apartments or whatever, and get to a safe place, or if we're not gonna evacuate, get somewhere where nothing will happen to us. So I'm like sitting here, I heard this, but I didn't put two and two together at this point. And then as he's sitting there talking to this lady, it dawns on me, that's what this is. That's what is happening. But he didn't say exactly, or when he said that when he asked the cops what was going on, the cops, of course, couldn't tell him what was going on, but they told him, they said, evacuate or stay inside, lock your doors, don't let anybody in. So, me hearing this, it's like, okay, that's what I heard, and whatever. I didn't say nothing about it at this point, and so when I'm away from this dude, I ask my husband, did you just hear what he said? And my husband doesn't pay attention to outside chatter and stuff, because if the conversation is low enough, he can't hear because his ears are kind of messed up. He's been that way since he was born. But anyways, he said, no, what did he say? And so I said, well, I'll tell you later. I didn't want the guy to come up, or anybody to come up and say, hey, you shouldn't be talking about this, whatever. And so I said, I'll tell you when we get into the car. Well, when we left the thrift store, all was pretty much forgotten. My husband had forgot that I had told him that this guy had said something and whatever, so we didn't end up talking about it on the way out. So we end up going to his parents' house, and nothing was said about it there because, of course, his parents didn't know about it. They're not the type to always have, like, say, the TV, radio, nothing like that on. They're not the type to have anything like that on, usually. until like dinner is over, and sometimes they'll ask for us to stay and watch a movie with them um, or something like that. And this day they didn't. Anyways, they had asked us to go on a walk with them, which didn't end up happening because for some reason my husband didn't want to. So we end up staying there till uh, kind of late at night. In fact, when we're at my husband's parents' house, my husband kind of stays there until his parents are like, we're tired and we want to go to bed. So, you know, we stay until then, and they still haven't had the TV on, radio, and nothing like that on. We've been talking this whole time. Or they've been talking, and I've been sitting there listening like I normally do. They talk about things that most of the time I'm not interested in, so I just sit there, whatever. So when we finally get home, I we get such situated. And I'm on Facebook, and I'm scrolling down my feed just to see what people had said while we were away, while we were out. It's something I do all the time in case like my family in Indiana need me, or something like that. It's something that I do all the time when I'm out, but or when I just come back from being out. And all of a sudden I see this news thing that has the coverage of what happened on it, but in this picture it has the RV that we had seen, or that we had seen, before we went shopping, and all this stuff on it. And all the police cars that I had seen, going to the scene or whatever, before, or, yeah, right as they were being called. Like, nobody was there before any of whatever. But so I'm sitting there and I'm like reading all this, and my husband looks over at my computer and says, "Wait a minute, what's that?" And so I'm reading it to him, and it says that somebody held somebody hostage. I'm not going to say, why or anything, because I really don't know that. But somebody had held somebody else hostage, and pretty much, the negotiating team had to go, try to save her before he shot her or whatever. And he held this woman at gunpoint. Well, when I was talking to my husband and said something about what was going on, I said, somebody has somebody at gunpoint, and I didn't know that at the time, but I found that out later when I was looking at Facebook. And he's like, hold up a minute, he said, How in the world did you know exactly what was going on at the exact time that you know, they had just got there? Like the cops and everybody had just got there. How did you know what was going on? And I still don't know what's going on, or how I knew about it. All I do know is that I I can sense these things. I don't know um exactly how I can do it, but so if anybody knows how exactly I'm able to do that, please let me know, because at this point I'm not even sure how I was able to tell him so much information. Um, that was that turned out to be correct after we read what was on Facebook um, later when we did get home. But if anybody knows for sure, please let me know, because I would like to know how I am able to do this. And, you know, everything else. Because he's been asking me since this happened, and I'm not sure what to tell him because I really don't know. Alright, so this weekend we're going to Indiana on Sunday for Mother's Day, and I hope that this Sunday isn't as eventful in that respect as last Sunday was. But we'll see how everything goes then. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and comment what you want down below. Make sure it's nice. I don't want any, fighting or anything in my comment section. But, if you guys want to comment anything, go ahead and do it. Thanks for watching. Bye.